Hey old friends, and welcome to the channel. Bob here, and this is a World of Warcraft classic video. Obviously, I've not I'm not playing it. I haven't got some special pass because I've got millions of subscriptions. None of that stuff. This is just the this is just they've done this thing where you can basically reserve your names essentially for the characters that you want to play. So yeah, if you're thinking of playing and you want to reserve some names, it might be an idea to get it installed and do that now. The game is coming out on the 26th in the UK at 11 p.m, but I won't be able to play then. So I'll be playing on the 20. I think it's Tuesday. Looking at the calendar, yeah, Tuesday the 27th in the morning will be when I start playing. Now, I've had some queries over the last few months about whether I'll be playing or not. I will be playing. I know that you got some snobs who, seem to think that some EQ P99 snobs who seem to think that WoW is rubbish, but I actually thought WoW Classic was amazing personally. It did make a lot of life improvements, quality of life improvements over P99, whatever Quest Classic or whatever, but then I don't think that's a bad thing particularly, and I still found the game challenging enough. Not EQ Classic challenging, but it was challenging enough, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the art style. I enjoyed the quests. Everything about it, and I'm hoping that this will recreate that. Will recreate that gameplay for me. It looks as though they're going for a completely classic experience. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see if they succeed. I've never played Horde before either, so my Warlock is my favoured class. That's what I'm going to be maining at the start, and it's going to be undead on. I've never played Horde, hardly at all. I was one of those people that I created loads of undead mages and warlocks, but never ever played much. It was all about Alliance. So in that sense, it's going to be quite new for me as well. If we go back to I just want to show you the gnome models, which are always my favourite models. I'll probably like my alt will probably be like a little gnome mage. I'm not quite sure where he will be yet, but the important thing is, but I love the models for the gnomes. Just brilliant. I love the facial hair and stuff. Is awesome. Let's go back to the realm page. I guess the problem here that we're all going to have is where you're going to get on to play, basically, because Golemag and Shazra are the two. There's three PvP servers. Golemag and Shazra. Golemag and Shazra are full at the moment, and I think also these are going to be the two servers where there are some quite well-known streamers playing. If they're playing on Europe, a couple of well-known European streamers, so that's probably going to make it even busier. So it's tricky to know where I'm going to land at the moment. I mean, if you're starting a guild somewhere, you need members. I'll be more than happy to join your guild and have a play. My two sons are hopefully going to be playing, so we're hoping to be able to play together. I'm not sure how much, but hopefully as much as possible. I'm wondering if it's worth starting. If it's worth what I might do basically is go through and reserve some names on all the servers and then just see how we go, because I think it's probably if you go on to Golemag, for example, the message hasn't come up, so when you first log on it says about the server being full, and there might be queues at the beginning, but I think what you'll probably find is that like myself, what I'm going to do, most people have created characters on all servers just to give themselves some just gives them a higher chance of playing, but there could be some really long queues here depending on where you go. All the normal servers, all the non-role-playing servers are already full or high, so I think obviously they haven't really thought about this with regards to the amount of servers they've got available at launch. But as I said, I would say that a lot of people have created characters on more than one server, so that may be the situation. That's probably what I'm going to do. But I'm going to be trying to main a undead warlock on the horde side. So we'll see how it goes. It's exciting. I mean, I'm excited. I wasn't too excited actually But once now I've logged in, I can hear the music and see the character models and the background graphics, which I all loved. You know, a bit like EverQuest Classic. I thought they had a style of their own, which I really enjoyed. So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing some. And this kind of leads on to the second part of the video. Let's go into look at some model rather than just sitting here not doing anything. Let's go into let's go here. Yeah, so the second part of the video, and that's to do with like channel stuff going forward. I think probably I love the Orc Warlocks look really good as well. And of course you got the Shaman. You know, you might be asking why am I not playing a Shaman? Well, I probably will. Maybe that'll be my alt. You know, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I just love the pets of the. I played a druid quite a lot as well, actually, on live. But I just love the dots and the pets of the warlocks, you know, and the play style. So that's where we're going to be starting off. Yeah. So like I'll be covering on the channel. I'll be covering World of Warcraft quite a lot. But in the next, myself and my wife we've sold our house, kind of freeing up all the equity that we've accrued over the last 17-18 years or however long it's been, and we're looking to kind of change our lifestyle, make things a lot more relaxed. I think we're doing it partly because, you know, as I said, you know, my wife particularly works very hard and she wants to kind of chill out a bit more, but I think also we're hoping to improve my health as well with the move. If you're not interested in this sort of stuff, just switch off now. The classic stuff's finished other than me flicking around looking at models. Yeah, so we're hoping that we're going to take steps to improve my health. I haven't, you know, when you've got a chronic illness, it's difficult. You know, there are things that you know you should be doing to look after yourself, but you don't do them. You know, I shouldn't eat that, but I feel crap and I'm a bit depressed, so I'm just going to eat that cake because it's going to make me feel better in the short term, you know. Or I shouldn't do this, I should be resting, but I'm going to do this anyway because it's going to make me feel better in the short term. You know, I'm sure everyone who's chronically sick kind of has these things going on. So yeah, so we're hoping to change some of those things. So my health improvements, which stalled a long time ago, to be honest, you know, maybe start improving again. But from a channel point of view, one of the things I'm going to do to give myself something to do is I'm going to take up video editing. So I'm going to teach myself video editing and try to make my videos more professional looking. You know, maybe that you'll get more than just videos where I'm talking over the top of the video of gameplay. It will actually be videos about things, you know, with gameplay in the background. But I kind of have like a it could be about anything really. It could be about you know, the game industry in general. I always want to talk about that kind of thing, but just don't. And also like guides for games and things where it's easier for me to maybe write a script and talk about it while there's gameplay going on in the background, all that kind of thing. So it probably means that the channel will also have more going on it. You know, with, you know, from the games that I'm playing, that'll be WoW Classic, no doubt. Other games that I'm kind of looking forward to playing as well, single player games. You'll probably see more of that sort of stuff. Obviously, some more of the other sort of games that I'm playing currently. But what I would like to do is to maybe focus the channel a bit more on certain. Just I guess maybe become a bit more specialised. I think that the game. I mean, at the moment, anyone coming to my channel would think to themselves, "Well, this guy's got 10 old schooly style MMOs installed, and he just keeps going from one to the other." Well, you'd be exactly right. It's basically that is exactly what I do, and I would like to maybe focus the channel a bit more. Maybe not down to just one game, but maybe a couple of games where I specialise a bit more. Because the thing is that, you know, it's like if someone's coming to the channel and they're looking at the channel and thinking, well, this guy just plays loads of MMOs but doesn't actually specialise or focus on one or two, then that's correct. And some people may find it off-putting. because you're only ever seeing the same kind of, I guess, lowish level content. Whereas, and it's the same for me as well. I kind of get frustrated by it. You know, I would like to specialise in a game or two and get to the higher levels in those games, and then create guides, you know, about the classes, the games and the classes that I'm playing. And I feel more confident doing guides because obviously I've specialised in the game a bit more, so I know more about it. Whereas at the moment, it's difficult to do that. Anyone who's been at the channel, has been in the you know, has been on the channel for some time, you know, you will know that I find that difficult. You know, I enjoy playing Shroud of the Avatar, Project Gorgon, P99. I'm looking at getting back into Lord of the Rings Online again. World of Warcraft Classic is coming out. So while there's certainly an argument that says just do what you want, that you enjoy, you know, I do feel I've kind of reached that point where I would enjoy it more if I was more specialised, and the content I was showing on the channel, you know, not. I mean, I guess I'm a bit of a min-maxer in games, even though you may not realise that from watching the channel. But yeah, one of the things I always wanted to do was to specialise in a game and produce guides and stuff for that game. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping is going to happen in the future. So when we've actually sold our house, but in the UK it takes 2 to 3 months for the sale to be completed. We probably think that we're looking at like mid-October maybe for it to go through. So when that happens, I'll be buying myself a new computer. I'll probably have 2 computers on the go actually. I'll be buying a nice camera. I'll be buying some editing software. So I'm hoping to turn the channel into more of a more professional, maybe specialising in a couple of games rather than just randomly doing. And those games could change, you know. It's like, I mean, when I think back, I think what I see some channels doing, and I would like to do, is that, you know, World of Warcraft Classic comes out. You specialise in that game for a period of time. You get a character or two to the top level, so you feel confident then to create guides and do, you know, raiding videos and dungeon videos and guide videos and whatnot. And then you kind of move on to the next one rather than trying to play 6 at once. You know, it's like, and I think that something like a classic or a legendary server gives you that option because, you know, I think these guys, a bit like Lord of the Rings Online are doing, you know, these guys will be releasing timed content. So you get a character to you specialise in a game, specialise in a character, you do some guides for that, do some interesting dungeon videos, raiding videos and whatnot, and then because you're kind of waiting for them to release the next expansion, you know, that kind of means you can then maybe give a bit less focus to that particular game at that time, and you can do something else. So I could play WoW Classic for 2 months. In that time, I'd hope to have a character or two. You know, if I concentrate on it, I hope to have a character or two at the max level with some good content available, and then EverQuest P99 Green comes out. So then, while I'm waiting for some new classic, you know, WoW Classic content to come out, I can concentrate on P99 Green, and that seems to be more of a sensible way of doing it. The other thing I would be interested in, I always love the markings on the Taurens. Always really, really liked them. I mean, they're big cows, I guess, but essentially, I do like the markings. Always really, really good. Yeah, I guess the other thing as well is that if there's anything that you would like to see on the channel, I'd happily take it into consideration, talk about it in another video. But my plan when we move and when I set up my more dedicated content creation setup is to become a bit more specialised. So I won't just be covering one game, but I will specialise in a game to a point where I'm quite happy, and then I'll kind of move on again, and then come back to that game again when new content is released. And I'll be doing that with Lord of the Rings Online, I think, and I've got a video coming up of that quite soon, if you're interested in that kind of thing. But anyway, yeah, that's kind of like my plans for the future. I'll be playing as I said, I'll be playing classic classic World of Warcraft. As I said, if you're playing on a server, I mean, I think my youngest son, who's going to be quite into the PvP side of things, has created characters on the 2 highly populated PvP servers, which I've just done, as you can see. But if you're going to be somewhere else because it makes more sense from a population point of view, give me a shout. You know, I'll certainly create a character and join the guild. Yeah, and we can play some if that's what you're looking for. Anyway, I'll end the video now. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon.